What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with me, your boy Iggy. Today, you join me in front of the wool farm and the iron farm building, which in between episodes, I've done a little bit of work on and actually got somewhat of an interior mapped out for this thing. So I've got the walls and the doors, but no decorations because we're actually going to be using this space to try to cram a couple more farms into our main base area. So first thing we got to do is set up so we can actually start reverse engineering the collection system for this thing. So we're going to be building a honey and honeycomb farm right in this space right here, you know, with the whole impulse SV item sorters, all that good stuff. But before we can set up or start setting up the item sorters, I actually totally forgot that it would probably help if we got some bees ready for this endeavor. So what I'm going to be doing is right here in this area, we're just going to go ahead and make a little chamber of sorts. You know what? We're going to put another light here just so it's lit. And in this area, we are going to put some temporary bees. I actually have a couple full bee nests that I accumulated when I was harvesting trees back in the early episode. So yeah, we're going to put this in, and then we are going to just manually come over here and shear it for the honeycomb and use the glass bottles on it for the honey bottles, so that we can get, like I said, the item sorter set up for our honey farm that is going to be right over here. So the farm is actually going to sit up there on the top, and the collection is going to be down here at the bottom. And because we need the 4 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for the item sorter, plus a hopper, this is going to be kind of a tight fit. So I'm really hoping that this works out okay. So yeah, that being said, I'm actually going to go ahead and run over here and start getting a little temporary place set up for the bees to you know, start doing their thing so we can start getting some honey from them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once I've got it all stuck in here, we'll join back up and have a look at it, and then we'll get cracking with the rest of the episode. So I'll see you in a jiff. Alrighty, so got a little room set up here. It's basically just a little tiny, you know, 3 by 5-ish little glass room. We do have a little vestibule right here so that we can make sure that none of the bees escape from this thing. And then when we have to collect the bees later, we'll just wait until nighttime for them to go back into their nests. So got the door blocked off, got the room all sealed off here. I was lazy and didn't bother to take down the lantern because it'll block the gap and it's in the vestibule anyways. So that being said, let's go ahead and get our campfires down. So I'll place one, I guess, here and here. And then we'll grab our bee nests. And actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and place down some flowering azalea leaves, because these are pollinatable. And that way I don't have to worry about putting any dirt or anything in this room. So that's going to be great. Grab our bee nest. We'll place one there. And we will place one there. One of them is already ready to harvest, which is perfect. So if I can just grab my crafting bench, are the bees actually going to come? Oh, it's nighttime. That's why. All right. Works for me. So we'll go ahead and just boom, grab our glass bottles, and we can come over to this one and collect some honey. We got the BR guest achievement. Perfecto. Now we can just come out of here and, yeah, we'll wait for them to come out. And actually, we should probably double check just to make sure that they can actually get out of there. Let's see here. Yep, I heard him. So how many do we got? At least 2. So I may grab some flowers and breed those 2 up. Seems like it might be a wise decision, but we can worry about that later. Hopefully they're able to pathfind over to the bushes. I don't know why they're just flying into the walls right there. That is a little bit concerning. What is it that they're after? Because there's no flowers on those. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now they're doing their thing. I don't know what's wrong with him. It looks like he's trying to pathfind. Maybe. No, and see, I don't have any bushes up here. I know I have them somewhere in this building. I just don't remember where that is. I think it was around this way. Yep, that's what he's after right there. So we're just going to go ahead and remove these for the time being. And then go check to see that he's actually doing what he's supposed to do. All right, well, they're still kind of up. Nope, all right. So yeah, they're a little bit dumb, but that's okay. All right, so that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start mapping out where in this area we can fit our item sorters. And it's going to be a little tough. We may have to narrow these staircases down to 2 instead of 3 wide so that we can shift all of these walls over 1 block. But I'm going to find that out here probably the hard way in just a moment. So stick around, and once I've got, the item sorter in here, we'll come back, have a look at it, and then figure out where to go from there. So I will see you in just a sec. Alrighty, so got the sorting system all put in. Had to kind of mess around with it a little bit to get it to fit in here without taking up too much space. Unfortunately, we did lose a little bit right here, but then we still got our relatively wide walkways and whatnot. And then in this one, we've got our honeycomb, and in this one, we've got our honey bottle. Now, we will not start collecting things until both of these reach 44 on each. And actually, for the 16 one, I'm going to have to look into that. I might have to change that item sorter. But that being said, I'm going to get cracking on the farm real quick and get that put in. I'm using a design by ianxofour, F-O-U-R. I will leave it in the description below. It's the same one that Iggyhaxor used for his recent Hermitcraft 9 video. So I'm going to go ahead, get that all figured out and put in. And once I've got it, we'll join back up and keep chugging on. So give me just a moment. Alrighty, so farm is all complete. Got all the beehives in there and whatnot. And if we come around, we might actually be able to see some. Actually, we'll hop in free cam, see if we can see the bees come out. Yep, and there is quite a bit of bees. We can actually breed them up if we need more. So we'll probably have to breed these too. But yeah, overall, definitely a success. So now the next thing that we got to do is put our glass bottles and some shears in this thing. And I left my, you know what? I'm going to go grab my ender chest before I forget, which is over here, not over here. It's over here with the bees. I could have sworn. Is it in my inventory? All right, well, I have no idea where I put that, so we're going to have to find that later. But in the meantime, what we can do is we can come up to one of our dispensers right here. And actually, let's turn this thing off first. Let's hit that. That should kill the clock. Alrighty, fantastic. And we will drop a crafting table. Combine these. And then actually we can just go to glass bottle, shift click that. Got quite a bit of those. And then we need to make some shears. We'll do 3 pairs of those. And then all we have to do, if I'm not mistaken, is come over here and stick our honey and our shears into the machine. Actually, you know what? We'll place bottles in that one, and then in this one we will place our shears. And then we'll come over here and we'll do bottles, and then in this one we will do shears. And then in this one we'll just do another pair of shears. Perfect. All right. Now, hypothetically, when we turn this thing on, oh, you know what? I did not even think to check the chest down below. It's already going to start gathering. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how much stuff I put in there. It shouldn't really be collecting anything just yet. And of course, I built this so I can't see the top right there. So 2, yeah, we've already, I believe, got 1 extra bottle so far in that one. And then, if we pop this down as well. Wait, so it's the one, it's this one. That should let us see in there. Yeah, so 11, so we're already up. Perfect. All right, so we'll just leave those how they are. We'll actually probably get rid of that one right there. So they're balanced. Yeah, and now we just got to let the farm run for a little bit, and we should keep collecting. So yeah, we're already up to 3. So once that gets up to, I believe it's 4 or 6, they'll start coming down into the bottom. And then this one, we're going to have to wait until we get at least 44 honeycombs for them to start going into the collection system. But yeah, quite happy with how this has turned out so far. So we're just going to throw a lantern right there and start cleaning up. So I'm going to go and take down the little temporary setup we've got right here and let the systems collect for a little bit. And while that's happening, maybe we'll do some decoration or whatnot. So Give me a moment to take everything down that we don't need and clean up, and then we'll start decorating this place a little bit, because it's definitely something we could be probably done with. This little area is kind of gross. You know, the walls are plain, a lot of open, just space. We do have some rooms up here I figured would be for extra iron and wool storage. So this will probably be a storage room, and this will probably be a storage room for the various iron. And then maybe down below, I always forget where I put the staircase. So the staircase is right here, so we can go back down. So yeah, maybe in these rooms will be the wool storage, like the bulk wool storage for once the chests down at the bottom start filling up. And then we'll have our honey storage right there, our iron storage upstairs, and then we'll just decorate it to make it look nice. And yeah, maybe at some point we can even fit an additional farm into this building. And I was thinking if we do that, we could probably do it right here in like this little in-between area, but we'll just have to see. So give me a minute to get cleaned up, and then we'll join back up and we'll start decorating. Alrighty, so I was just editing the footage, and it occurred to me that I did not explain at all how this farm actually works. So it will be explained thoroughly in the tutorial, which you can find in the description down below. But basically the concept is when you put the shears, we've got a dropper facing up right here into a dispenser. And then there is a bee nest. And then coming out of that, there is a hopper that catches, goes into the dropper and up into the dispenser. And this basically circles around. As you can see, the hoppers are going clockwise. And then the repeaters on the top are going counterclockwise. And as it goes around through our little circuit right here, it will trigger the dispensers. And if they can either use the shears or the glass bottles, then it will. And the honey will go down into the droppers, as well as the honey bottles. So the honeycomb and the honey bottles, as well as empty bottles and the shears if they're not used. So basically it just gets spat through. And if it can be harvested, it harvests. If it can't, the bottle or the shears just continue making their way around the system until one of the modules can actually be harvested. And then we've got our auto sorters down below, which you can see right down here in this room. I mean, I kind of was able to cover them up a little bit, but not terribly. So right here we can craft our honey blocks and honeycomb blocks, and then it doesn't really obstruct the windows too much, so that's good. And then everything is collected in these, and it looks like it has not started to pick up yet. Yeah, we're not quite there, so just wanted to go ahead and clarify that. What we'll probably start doing here is just putting in some little, you know, decorative things. So maybe like a plant on either side of this. Let's do like some little bushes. And the thing we have to keep in mind is that eventually we are going to be using some of the other rooms in this building. So I figured we wouldn't decorate the rooms just yet. We'll kind of leave these open for potential farms and storage, and then just kind of decorate the walls, maybe put like some little tables and stuff, things like that, carpets, paintings, all the good stuff. So give me just a moment. I'll go ahead and decorate this up, and then when I'm all finished, we'll have a look at what I came up with. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use any candles until this thing's been running for a little bit, so we actually have some honeycomb. But that being said, I'm going to get cracking, and I'll see you when I'm all done. So give me just a moment. Alrighty, so some time has passed, and I have finished decorating the interior, at least for now, until we get some candles. So we just added a little carpet in right here, which is the regular wool blocks, and then some of the little carpet blocks on top of parts to kind of give it some depth. Didn't really change anything over here. This is also a cat spawner, as you will see. But we can come upstairs on either of the sides, so both come up. Got some little tables, some little plants, you know, the various paintings, more plants, things like that. We got another carpet right here. We'll probably end up putting some candles on either of these. Lantern, more plants, again, more plants. Up here at the top on either side, we've got the little modules for the iron farm. So we've got a crafting bench right there, so we can craft the iron into iron blocks, which we then store in these chests right here. And then we've got a little composter or auto composter right there for all of the poppies. Same thing over on this side. You know, this will eventually probably all just be iron storage at some point, but same deal. You know, we've got the composter, we've got the storage, we've got the crafting bench, we've got a little way up. The floor is glass so that the iron golems will not spawn up there. We can just come back around here out this side. And again, more little plants, probably do some candles or something right there, but very lush and green. Here is the maintenance access to the bee farm. So if we need to turn it off, we can. And then just same doors over on the other side. We'll go over there to take a look at the decorations. But yeah, just more paintings, you know. Got a little more paintings over here, just some lights. Just kind of decorating with what we have. You know, didn't want to make any of these little areas too small or anything like that, but just had some pops of color so the walls aren't so plain. Right here we've got a nice window to view the iron farm, some more carpet. Unfortunately could not do the varying texture with this because there is ceiling for the other bit underneath right here, so that would not have worked. But, oh, excuse me. We come up through this door, and I just created a little backup storage area for if we ever have like super overflow on the wool farm down below. So basically, we've got the color and then 3 barrels that we can fill with shulkers or even just the wool blocks. Doesn't really matter. Did that for all of them, and then the ones that did not fit. So like the gray, the light gray, the white, and the black, we just have a double chest for. I mean, we could always expand that to like 3 barrels per, or even 4, potentially. Maybe I'll swap that out and I'll put the black like right in the middle and then do 2 barrels on either side. But that'll probably be a ways off because we do not have quite that much wool just yet. So if we head all the way down, oh, and then right here is just a little crafting room for the honeycomb and honey bottles. Doing pretty good on the honey bottles. Do not have any honeycomb yet, but we should be getting pretty close. Yeah, we're like 5 away from this thing starting to collect, so that's good. We'll just head down to the very bottom floor. So this is the same right here, the wool room. I think I already showed that. And then we've got some little access back in here to get to the shears in the dispensers, as well as the redstone right there. So same thing mirrored over on that side. And then down here, I went ahead and added a little barrel in front of each of these. So the chest will fill up with wool. And then if we've got like carpets or shulker boxes full of the wool, we can start in here before moving it upstairs. And I figured that would be a pretty good way to handle the overflow. But I think that being said, that's what we're going to call the episode for today. It was actually a little bit grindier of a project than I anticipated, having to plot things out and whatnot. So that being said, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you're notified every time a new video comes out. Check out all my links in the description down below, including the tutorial for the honey farm that we used today, as well as all my social medias. Leave me a comment. Love reading your guys' comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.